as I mentioned, all of this could have a effect on Devin Nunes' political future. Take a look at the top paper in his home district, now calling him, quote, Trump's stooge, or this billboard in his community. Pretty graphic there. You've been a good boy, Devin, suggesting he is under Trump and Putin's control. That billboard paid for by this man, Andrew Jance's campaign. He is a Democrat running against Nunes. He's a prosecutor, and he joins us for his first national television interview since this whole memo came out. I'll mention as well, we have an open invite out to Congressman Nunes to come on the show. My first question to you, do you agree with Devin Nunes, who you're running to replace, in joining the Democrats to vote to release the Democratic rebuttal tonight?
Hi, Ari. Thanks for having me on today. I can tell you that the people in this district are really disappointed in Devin Nunes, and really right now they're disappointed in Congress as well. And Devin Nunes is the poster boy of what is wrong in Washington now. We see him out there today really working to undermine law enforcement agencies. We see that he's politicizing the House Intelligence Committee, and he's really nothing more than a stooge to Donald Trump. So I think that the Democrats should have the opportunity to release their memo as well. As you mentioned, I'm a prosecutor, so I'm all about getting facts and evidence out there. I think the American people have a right to know.
So you are on record here with this rebuttal release. I was just discussing with some of our analysts how it seems to cut both ways, and this is just a very messy and unprecedented situation. I want to ask you specifically about what you're doing. You are trying to use this issue, among others, to take Devin Nunes' job. Let me read to you something I'm sure you and your advisors know, which is that in California, as well as in your area of California, when you ask people the top issues, they say the economy, immigration, and housing costs. They rarely bring up Russia as a top 3 issue. Are you betting that Russia will become a bigger issue? Do you need that to win?
Look, you know that I work at the district attorney's office here in town, and we have a saying when we're in trial, when the facts aren't on your side, argue the law. When the law is not on your side, argue the facts. And if both the facts and the law aren't on your side, take your shoe off and bang it on the table. That's what Devin Nunes is doing. He's trying to interfere with the Robert Mueller investigation, and I think it's a great starting off point to talk to constituents, because most people here in the Central Valley, before I came on scene, didn't really even know that Devin Nunes was their member of Congress. So once they realize what he's been doing in Washington and really ignoring the voters back here at home, he hasn't held the town hall since 2010, and that's far too long. The voters that I've been talking to are sick and tired of Devin Nunes and his political stunts. 15 years is a long time.
Yeah, let me push you on that a little bit. Your race obviously has gotten a lot of interest around the whole country right now, and people who aren't in your district are looking at Devin Nunes. And yet here, as you mentioned, whether people are tired of him, here are the stats. I mean, he won in 2016 by 35 points. So obviously he has done something right. How do you make up a margin like that?
Ari, I think it was closer to 26 points, but we have a recent poll out in the field that came back. Public policy came back saying that we're within 5 points of Devin Nunes now. So we closed that large 26-point gap.
Public policy, you're saying, has you within 5 now?
Yes, it's a generic Democrat. This is without them having even heard a word about me, haven't heard my story, my dedication to the community, my service as a prosecutor. So
and that's my final question. Do you think, to the extent that the polls are closing, you think that is explicitly because of how Nunes has been acting on Russia, or you think it's more broad?
Absolutely. It's definitely what he's doing on Russia, but at the same time, he's never in his district. People can't meet with him. He only meets with donors, his corporate donors that line his campaign coffers.
Andrew Jans, thank you for joining us. A lot of Nunes in the news right now. I appreciate it, and I will reiterate our invite to the congressman open. Coming up, there are new